It was Friday, September 15th, 2017. At 9 p.m., 34 new friends and I took a seat on the floor, and she said, "Here's your first assignment. Tonight, before you go to sleep, I want you to take these 10 blank sheets of paper coming around and draw a picture of the 10 most influential moments of your life. We'll start presentations in front of the group tomorrow at 8 a.m. So after the disagreement with the timeline started to fade, a series of scenes started going through my mind like one of those old school movie projectors. So there I was, 4 years old, standing on the bed, laughing, singing, and dancing with my mom. Walking up the hill, through the garden, at the heels of my grandfather. Sitting on the floor, building and creating in silence, stubbornly not looking at the directions. Breaking the huddle with my teammates, trusting in each other in our preparation. Sitting down next to the man that I never knew would change the course of my life. Friends became family, coping with the unexpected loss of one of our own. Singing 3 solos in full pirate in front of a sold-out crowd. The best experience in the happiest valley with the brothers I'll never forget. Opportunities, friends, mentors, and my own unique perspective in business. January 2017, signing the waiver, cautiously awaiting my first class downstairs. There they were, glimpses of the people and experiences that made me who I am today. That was the first night of what would be the next year and a half and 500 hours of yoga teacher training. We started with the foundation of being a teacher and a leader. Authenticity, the ability to look people in the eye and share from a place of vulnerability. These 500 hours are where I would really take the time to look inside myself for the answers to the questions, who am I? What do I want? And what is truly meaningful to me? My yoga practice provides me with that pause that I need to make choices in line with who I am, what I want, and what is meaningful to me. That pause is the difference between reacting to whatever life throws at me and responding to life with a conscious choice. This principle, that I have a conscious choice how I spend my energy each day, has changed the way I live my life. The awareness of how I'm spending it, the people that contribute to it, and those I contribute to. It's not surprising that the first of the top 10 experiences that night went to my mom. She's the most hardworking, selfless person that I've ever met. I could have drawn 10 pictures of her that night because there's no chance I would be standing here in front of you all tonight without her love and compassion. And not just for me, but for all her family, friends, and 26 years worth of patients she's provided for as a medical assistant. My mom doesn't hesitate to let me know just how different our lives are. It usually starts when when my age happens to come up. It's a side comment like, you know, when I was your age, I had a 7-year-old. Could you imagine? I'm sitting on the couch with a light beer, petting the dog she replaced me with. And I look over like, no, Mom, I really couldn't. Our 21st birthday celebrations were very different. She was pregnant with me. She always did whatever it took to make sure that I was happy, healthy, got my sports equipment, made it to school, covered all the bases. This is influence, whether she knew it or not. We didn't have much in material wealth. Our wealth was intangible. That memory was a picture of us at our finest. You could catch us dancing in the bedroom, mostly TLC at the time. Come on, you all know this song. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you used to. I know that you're gonna have it your way or nothing at all, but I think you're moving too fast. My father was not in my life from a very young age. My mom worked late, so I got to spend a lot of time with my grandparents. I was the very unexpected son that my grandfather, AKA Pap, never had. I don't think Pap missed a single sporting event in my entire life. He is Pap to me and the whole community. All my friends still call him that, and he would be there for them, same as me. He's the selfless, neighborly, family man that I want to be. My grandma gets upset with him sometimes whenever he offers to pick up strangers on the side of the road in our town. And rightfully so. It's not exactly the safest place in the world with the recent opiate epidemic. Sometimes they'll take advantage of his kindness, ask for money or rides to not so great areas of town to pick up something from a friend. I asked him, "Why do you keep doing this, Pap? You're driving Graham crazy." He paused, chuckled, and looked over at me and said, "If that were you or one of my daughters, I hope that someone would stop, notice, and help you." He influenced me every day by always doing his duty to the roles that he played and the roles that he still plays in his life. This is exactly how I stay in touch with the man I am today. By acknowledging the roles that I play in my life and checking in with how much energy I spend on them regularly. This tool helps me mindfully balance the various roles in my life. Here's who I am. I'm a businessman. Most of you know that. I'm a yoga teacher. I'm an explorer. That's my entrepreneurial inventor side. I'm a friend. I'm a boyfriend to Jen, who's also sitting here. I'm a brother and uncle. I'm a son, and thankfully still a grandson. I regularly track how much energy I spend contributing to each of these and define what I consider being up to the standard that keeps my life balanced. For example, the standard I set for brother and uncle is I visit my sister 3 times per year and call every other week. You can only have 6 to 7 roles in your life at one point, max. 6 roles is difficult to manage without losing support for yourself, and 7 roles is extremely difficult to manage, and you will notice that you're often neglecting one or more. You can use that chart, or however you want to track it, and rate them. Be honest with yourself. I rate mine 1 to 5, and keep it to 30 max. That's 6 roles with a 5 rating. That way I always know if I have 7 roles, there's always something stretched thin. Here's what my life looks like right now. I look at it, I'm like, call your brother or call your sister. And Jen's out there like, I don't know about that boyfriend rating, dude. It's not the tool or the metrics that really matter. It's about taking that pause to regularly check in with how I'm showing up for the roles in my life. Knowing who I am first helps me mindfully determine what I want. Somewhere in the middle of the 500 hours of yoga teacher training, we did a visual meditation exercise in a day-long goal-setting workshop. It went something like this. And please follow along. Close your eyes. Come on, don't be the rebel with your eyes open. It's not the cool thing to do anymore. Clear your mind of where you are, who you are at this moment. Fast forward 10 years from now. It's October 7th, 2029. Now picture as if you've awakened from a dream to a moment in your life 10 years from now. Where are you in the world? What country, state, city, neighborhood, house? What temperature is it outside? What do you hear? Traffic, a breeze, people? Are you at home? What does your home look like? Who is with you? Are there children, pets? How are the relationships in your life? To family, friends, your partner? Are you working? What do you do for work? How do you feel in this moment? Wherever you are, and whatever is happening for you in this glimpse from 2029, stop and take a last look around. Go ahead and open your eyes. There you go. Now you have it. Exactly where you want to be 10 years from now. Once you have this glimpse, then the real work begins. The exercise continued to journaling on what I needed to accomplish within the next 1, 5, and 10-year time horizons to end up in that moment 10 years from now. The goal exercise was in 3 areas: personal, health, and professional. We were asked to write them down in the first person, present tense, and by when. Here are some examples starting with 1, 5, and 10 years. I am teaching yoga at a studio or gym by January 2018. I taught my first class here at the Campus Wellness Center, January 3rd, 2018. Some of you were there, actually. I'm completing a meditation retreat by December of 2021. I don't have that one booked yet, but I'm working on it. Remember, this was 2017. I'm giving my first TED Talk or Keynote address by December of 2025. This is so powerful. Putting what you want out to the universe as if it's already happened. I'm standing here giving this talk today, and I said this was something I wanted to do by 2025. It doesn't stop here with one thought exercise. You have to check in with them regularly to see if where you're spending your energy day to day is in line with taking incremental steps towards those goals. No surprise. There's a tool for that too. A tool that keeps me accountable for doing the work day in and day out. I keep a full year in view dry erase calendar in front of my bathroom mirror, so I can regularly check in how I'm showing up for those goals day in and day out. I can also see when my days are not lining up with what I want to accomplish. Here's 2019. You put a slash mark every time you take a small step towards a goal for that year. And once you get going, you just don't want to break the streak. It's so satisfying. I see this every time I look in my bathroom mirror. Now, Jen doesn't love the location. It's not exactly interior decorating at its finest. It's a practice. You have to show up in a small way each day. I promise you, if you take this incremental approach to accomplishing anything, you'll surprise yourself with the results. Who I am, or who I want to be to the world, with the roles that I play and what I want to accomplish with my small chunk of time on this rock are all somewhat external factors. What is meaningful to me, or what I feel gives my life purpose, is the foundation of all of this work. First and foremost, learning from all people and experiences, good and bad, new and old. Doing my duty, honoring my commitment to showing up for all of the roles in my life, and leading and coaching to share the experiences that I've had and the choices that I've made, good and bad, so that others might learn from them. Yoga is my opportunity to do this every week. My time to share something that may just influence one person that day to feel empowered or make choices that support themselves. I'm grateful for the last 28 years and grateful that I have the opportunity to stand here, share a small piece of my story, and influence you. It's up to you to take the time to do this work for yourself. I cannot change people against their will. I can only influence their will to change by doing work on myself. Namaste, yogis.